guys, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to do a little video about my son, baby Daniel. Kind of just talk about everything I'm going through at the moment with him. I had high levels of what they call AFP, which is alpha fetoprotein. I think that's what the word is, but yeah, it's basically this chemical that the baby produces and he puts into your bloodstream. So they did a test on me and I had high levels of that, and usually a lot of times that points to like spinal abnormalities or other abnormalities that are going on. So they transferred me from here in Bakersfield, California over to Valley Children's Hospital in Madera, and I did an echocardiogram, and they pretty much told me that my baby's having some heart complications. He has a hole in between the chambers of his heart, and he has some fluid around his heart, and like his fourth chamber, his upper chamber is enlarged, and his limbs, which are his arms and his legs, are shorter than they need to be, and that's all basically caused from his heart complications because he's not getting good circulation, good blood flow and stuff. And also I have I forget what the word is, but it's when you have too much amniotic fluid. Like, I'm spacing it on the word right now, but hold on, let me look it up. Okay, so I looked it up. It's called polyhydramnios. So yeah, that's when you have too much amniotic fluid. So basically he's having trouble swallowing the amniotic fluid. They're supposed to swallow the amniotic fluid and pee, and it's a cycle. Basically your amniotic fluid is just baby pee. So he's peeing and then he's not swallowing. So at this point, I'm 6 months, and I had my appointment when I found out all that stuff on the 9th of this month, in March. And I have another appointment coming up on the 30th to go back to Valley Children's so they can see if there's been any improvements. But it has been really tough. I'm going through a lot of stress with Daniel being incarcerated. As you found out in our first introduction video, I'm here living at my dad's for the meantime. I don't have a place of my own. So me and Daniel, that's our really big goal, is to find a place before the baby is born so that we can have, you know, a proper home for him and for us and everything. He has court coming up, so hopefully we get some good news from that. That's on the 3rd of April, and then my appointment is on March 30th. So I have a lot of big things coming up. I'm praying to God, you know, to source, manifesting the outcome that I want. I'm really trying to think positive instead of thinking of what I don't want to happen, which is really just like a basic human instinct, and also just like a motherly instinct of I love my baby so much, I don't want anything to happen to him. And unfortunately, you know, he's going through these issues. I'm pretty sure it's genetic on his father's side, because my baby's dad, he has some heart kind of issues a lot of time. He says his heart's pumping really fast and feels weird. And then his mother and his grandmother have had heart issues. And also his second son, Royce, he was born with heart issues and had to go to Fresno or one of those special hospitals, children's hospitals, so he can get a surgery. But he's completely healthy now and is a great little boy and is doing perfectly fine. So I try to be positive and, you know, think about that. Like, everything could be perfectly fine. I don't want to think any other way than that. It's just been a lot for me. I'm trying not to stress out at all, but it's extremely hard. Just with everything going on, there's a lot on my shoulders, there's a lot on my plate, but I'm trying to be a strong mommy and do what's best for my baby. And I'm hoping to get some good news back when I go to my appointment on the 30th. I'm probably going to document that too, so you guys can kind of see what the children's hospital looks like. It's a really nice hospital. Their cafeteria is really nice. I say that because, you know, all pregnant women, you can relate to that. I'm a big back right now and I can eat all the food. Last time I went, I got a slice of pizza, a cheeseburger basket, which is cheeseburger and french fries, and I got a chocolate milk, I got a bubbly because I drink sparkling water, and what else did I get? I got a chocolate pudding and I got a brownie. So yeah, and all of that was only like 16 bucks. So yeah, they have a really good cafeteria. It took quite a few hours for them to do my appointment. Also, after they figured out that he had some issues from the echocardiogram, which is pretty much just a more extensive ultrasound, they decided that it was best for them to do an amniocentesis. And that's the thing you see like in TV shows and movies and stuff where they stick that really long needle into your stomach and they take out some of the amniotic fluid. So that was pretty scary for me. I was all by myself and I had one of the nurses hold my hand. She was really nice. It was the lady who did the initial ultrasound, and then the doctor, Dr. Hole, he came and analyzed everything and told me the results and told me, he was really nice too. He told me the news. And there was another nurse lady in there and then another like a student kind of nurse that was learning. So they were letting her observe. She held my hand. Shout out to her because that really helped me, you know. I was able to squeeze her while they were sticking that needle into my stomach. They kind of went in like underneath my belly button, so kind of like right here. And that was a really weird feeling. I got a little bit nauseous, and they took like three I think vials of my amniotic fluid, and he showed it to me and he was like, it's baby pee, you know, because that's what it is. But, excuse me. If everyone can give me good energy, prayers, energy, whatever you believe in, I would really appreciate it at this time because, like I said, I'm going through a lot. Baby Daniel is going through a lot. And he otherwise is super healthy, super active. I feel like he's going to pull through this and he's going to be okay. And, you know, we're going to get to be a family and everything. I'm really hoping that I get to see my baby. I'm in love with him already. I love him. I don't want to lose him. I don't even want to say that because I don't think that's going to happen and I don't want to manifest that. But, you know, I want to be prepared realistically. I'm 6 months, so that would be absolutely horrible, and I don't know how I'm gonna get through that if that does happen, but praying to God and hoping and manifesting that he pulls through. I'm strong, Daniel's strong, his dad, so I'm hoping that my baby can be strong. I know a lot of times babies do have complications like this and they can still be born and get surgery and, you know, still have a good quality of life. I don't want him to have a bad quality of life. If there's any other mommies out there that are dealing with the same thing or have dealt with it before with their kids, I would really appreciate it if you left me a comment down below, told me your experiences and, you know, shared your story. Because like I said before, that's the beauty of the world, to, you know, tell your story and hear other people's story and to be yourself and to, you know, meet other people and appreciate other people for who they are. So, yeah, if you know anything about that or you can relate to that or anything, even if you can't, you know, leave me a comment. Positivity goes a long way. Energy. We're all connected in, you know, the tapestry of humanity. So, you know, me and baby Daniel, we're trying to get through this. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that stuff with you guys. I know it's kind of really vulnerable for me. A lot of times I can't even really talk about it without crying. So I'm proud of myself right now for being able to, you know, articulate all this stuff and kind of just be positive about it and more educational and not be so emotional. Because as we all ladies know, we're emotional creatures, whether pregnant or not. You know, it's always an ebb and flow of emotions. So as I've been pregnant, I've been very much more emotional, and like I was just watching a video earlier today of like a dog and a cat, and just a dog being abused, and the little kitten found him, and I was just crying my eyes out. Like, it's just easy for me. Animals are a big thing that I can like, especially if you put a sad clip of music behind it, I'll just start bawling because I'm like, oh my god, this is so touching. But yeah, So yeah, that's what I'm going through with my baby. I just wanted to share so you guys kind of know what's going on. Stay tuned for what happens. I have my appointment on the 30th. It is the 26th today, so on Monday I'm going to Valley Children's in Madera, so they're going to tell me if there's been any improvements, which I'm hoping they're like, yeah, everything looks great, everything's back to normal, you know. They did transfer me from a regular OB to a high-risk OB and told me I will be delivering to at a high-risk hospital here in town, and if things don't improve, that I might have to go to Fresno or LA or somewhere to deliver. So keep me in your thoughts, keep me in your prayers. I appreciate it truly, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.